During this series of The Sixth Sense, we're showing you some one-to-one readings that I've been doing on the road during the course of my UK tour. This next reading took place at the Broadway Theatre in Peterborough, where I met up with a lovely lady called Pauline, who's joined us in the studio today. Hello, Pauline.
Hello, Colin.
Thank you very much for joining us. Shall we take a look at your reading?
Yes, please. My name's Pauline Nicol, and I live in North Yorkshire. And I was told a couple of years ago by my sister and brother of this amazing programme they'd been watching, and it was Sixth Sense with Colin Fry. And I then wrote to Colin and asked if I could have a reading, and I was very lucky to be chosen.
Hello, Pauline.
Hello.
Thank you very much for coming along today for this one-to-one sitting.
It's a pleasure.
All right, my darling. Okay, I've got a lady that's been trying to connect into me, and as she's trying to connect into me, the first thing that she's impressing upon my mind is the importance of the name of Mary. All right. And
yes.
Okay. And as she's connecting, she's just saying, if you just say Mary and you just say I'm Mary, she'll know where we're going with
yes,
this. All right.
I do.
And I've got to actually say that as she's connecting to me, she's impressing herself upon me in such a way that I feel that she was in life, earthly life, a really nice woman. I've just got this really nice feeling about
Everybody said that. I was dying to smile because I knew it was my mother. She was in 2 care homes, but she didn't want to be in a care home, and she was very distressed about it. But she was taken in hospital, and they said she needed 24-hour care. And everybody at the home used to say, "What a lovely lady."
Who was it that used to visit her 3 times a week?
Me.
Because she's just saying 3 times a week, visit
Me.
3 times a week. All
Yes.
right.
Monday, Wednesday and Fridays were the days I went to visit Mum, took her shopping.
It became very upsetting for you in those last few weeks of her life to see her becoming so frail.
Yes.
And
yes.
she knows that you tried to cover it up the best that you could, but she knows that you were very, very upset to see her so frail. And Pauline, would you please understand as well that you weren't actually terribly impressed with the care and attention towards her towards the
yes,
end?
yes, we tried so hard to change it.
Right. There was 2 of you. There was 2 of you that
Yes.
were fighting to get better care and attention for her.
Yes, my sister.
And she was saying, I really do need to thank you both for, trying to get me better care and attention.
Yes.
And would you please understand that there was something where you complained about her standard of cleanliness?
Yes.
About the fact that they're saying, is it too much that you at least wash her?
Yes.
And she said, she's now aware that, and she didn't like being dirty, and she didn't like being, unwashed.
We weren't very happy with it, with the standards, and when my sister and I went to visit, she'd become incontinent at times and wasn't aware of it through the illness, and we had to complain over and over again until they checked my mother regularly and made sure she was clean.
How did she hurt her hand?
We never found out.
Oh, poor love, her hand was in such a state.
Yes, it was.
And you're just saying to me, she said, she said, my love, if only you knew what really happened.
We tried to
All
find
right,
out.
because they did, and I'm sorry, I don't want to attribute blame anywhere,
No.
but someone knew what happened.
That's what we felt.
It
yes.
wasn't, no one ends up with a hand in such a state like
Not
that.
like that.
No.
No.
And she's saying, it was painful, but by then I had come to the understanding that it was time to go. And,
Yes.
and it just really wasn't that important to her anymore.
Yes. I visited the home on one of my times I was visiting her, and she was sitting there with a hand tightly bandaged, trying to rive the bandages off. It was all round her hand like that, and I asked what had happened, and they said that they'd just found her in the bed with blood all over the bedclothes, and they didn't know how she'd done it. So my husband and I took her straight back to the hospital. The doctor there said it was wrongly dressed, was infected, and they put new dressings on. and my mother at this time was in a lot of pain. We took her back to the home, and again we had a meeting with the manager, and we never found out how it had happened.
I don't quite understand. Tell me, was Mary either a very good artist or a very good embroider?
No, but I was.
Watercolours?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Yes.
I can see it more clearly now.
Yes.
Have you done a watercolour sketch of like a water scene, like a pond or
a winter scene with frozen...
Right,
yes.
okay. Because she's just showing me that there's this particular painting that you've done that shows a water scene that she particularly likes.
She had on her wall.
Ah, right.
I gave her
so
it.
now we know why she's
Yes.
talking about it. Where do we go to this connection where there was ovarian cancer?
My daughter.
Ah, right, okay. It's a confirmation then that she
Yes.
just wants you to know that she's met up with
Yes.
your daughter.
I'm pleased about that. My daughter died last year, and at first she was told it was ovarian cancer, but then they decided it was bowel cancer. Apparently it's very difficult to decide which causes which. She was only 46, and she was diagnosed in the July and was told that she had 20 months to live. Excuse me. And that if the chemotherapy didn't work, she would have 10 months. And she actually lived 9 and had a very painful time.
Susan or Suzanne?
Susan was my daughter.
Ah, okay, all right, because you just put Suzanne or
Yes.
Suzanne
Yes.
in my mind. And I really do feel that this very, very sweet lady, Mary, has come along just today and just saying, look, Pauline, I'm fine, Susan's fine.
That's good.
We're having a wonderful time.
And I was so pleased about that, because I didn't expect her to contact me, because she was a lay elder in the Church of England and didn't believe in this sort of thing. So I'm pleased she did come through, that she's changed her mind.
I also get the feeling of, do we have a family member, or is it something pertinent to Mary, where somebody that either studied calligraphy or copperplate or has got beautiful handwriting?
My daughter had just been learning how to do calligraphy.
And this is your daughter that's passed to the
Just
spirit?
before she died, yes.
Because she's just like, Mary's just like saying, you know, Pauline, she's here with me, and she's just saying,
Yes.
this beautiful, beautiful handwriting, this beautiful copperplate
Yes.
calligraphy handwriting.
We found all the pens and things she'd been doing this course.
Fine, okay. I've got both of them in my mind now. You're saying, like Mary and Susan, and she's saying, you know, they're talking about you and your sister, and they're saying, it would be so, so nice if both of you did the trip that you've been talking about. My mind is showing me a mountainous area.
I did suggest we went on this painting holiday abroad.
It would be so nice if the two of you did it together.
Oh, lovely.
Right.
We'd talked about it, but done nothing about it. So I was so pleased when Colin said that they said to do it. So perhaps we'll go ahead with that now.
And Mary has just put this thought and said, dear, you can't honestly believe that we would have let today go by without coming to say hello to you.
That's great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. God bless.
Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.
I don't get as tearful as often as I used to. So I think it's helped me enormously. And I think I've been very, very fortunate having been given the opportunity to meet Colin and have this experience. In fact, I want to go back and have more. We get greedy, don't we?
So Pauline, your daughter seemed very keen for you to take that painting trip. Have you signed up for it yet?
Not yet.
Are you going to?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Definitely.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Pauline.